Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm back after a day of my broadband being basically buggered, but hats off to Virgin. They had a engineer here within an hour and a half of it happening. I came back from doing a bit of a shop and there was nothing. It had gone kaput. Apparently my signal was way out of its power range, which means they needed to move me up in the box to give me more power. I ain't got a clue what it means, but I've got nice fast broadband back again, which means I can get my top 10 done. Now, top 10 wise, a lot of people are about to start to go back to work, so you're going to have a bit of money, hopefully. Hopefully you still got a job. And what are you going to spend that money on? So what my top 10 is today is the top 10 places where you could look to shop for the bargains, okay? This is my top 10. Some of them are within eBay, some of them are around the world. I'll take you through them, and every single one will have a link in the description box down below. You just click on that link and it'll take you straight to the Blu-rays, and you'll be happy and have a little look around, okay? No affiliates needed or any of that kind of crap. I don't make money out of it or anything like that. I just want to make sure you guys can shop in nice little places. So firstly, what's the most obvious one? It's eBay. Now with eBay, there's a hell of a lot. Probably you're looking at 2 to 3 million and 1.5 million average Blu-rays on the for sale at any one time. And that's a combination of individuals, around the world individuals, companies around the world, and they're all taking their pennies worth basically, aren't they? But it's all about delving and wording things correctly to make it work for you, really. A lot of the time, if you just put lowest price first on whatever you want to look at, you're going to come up with lots of just discs that have come off of X rentals and places like that. So you have to be a bit smart with what you're actually looking for. Remember, anything that's region B, so that's Australia, that's New Zealand, it will work as well. Anything that hits Germany, it will work here, and normally it will have an English soundtrack, and a lot of the time they will detail that. So it's always worth taking a look. I have got plenty of stuff from Germany and I'm really happy with it. I currently have a Kick-Ass Steelbook on the way from Germany. I will show you it. It's different to the one in the UK. Gives you an idea. So that is my first one. Link in the description down below. Now within that, there's a company called Nomex. M-O-M-E-X _UK. Now this is a Germany-based company, and they have anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 Blu-rays in stock at the time. Some of it can be expensive, I totally admit that, but some of it can be a bargain. My latest bargain from there would be Gremlins 1 and 2 in a double pack for about £7. It came out the same week over here for $15.99, so you get the idea. And a lot of the time there's not that much difference in the covers either, so remember that. And it does work fine on here, and yes, it has an English audio track. Again, description down below, and it will take you straight to Nomex. Take a look around. They have region 3 and they have region B as well. About 3,500 things on there at the moment. Definitely worth a look. Next we hit World of Books. Now these are eBay based again, but I would say they're the most pedestrianised of the group. Bargains are slightly harder to find. There are a few gems in there, but this is more, a lot of it will be new, some of it isn't, but the majority will be new, and the prices are average, I would say, but a good place to get some stuff that may be out of print and things like that. So World of Books, again, they are within the eBay affiliation, but definitely worth a punt, and of course then you can pay by PayPal as well. The link is in the description down below. Go take a look as well. Roughly about 5,000 items on that one. And lastly, for eBay, we actually hit the entertainment store. Now, lots of people would have shopped here before. Their offers are not always the best. I mean, they're currently doing like 2 for £15 on TV Blu-ray. There's not that much in there that will blow your skirt up. Not that much that will excite people. They have their odd moments of glory, which is why it is worth checking them out each time. Again, the description is down below on that. Probably been about a year and a half since I've picked up anything from them myself, but they are a worthy mention simply because they have anywhere between 3,000 to 7,000 items in stock on average. Definitely worth taking a look. description down below. I'm going to say this 10 times. Now, the next obvious one to me is Zoom. Now, I've been extremely vocal about Zoom. They have their moments, but their moments are getting a bit thin. Currently, there is quite a few things on there at the moment, but they are notorious with stock levels. They are notorious with baggies instead of decent boxes. They can be a pain in the arse. If you order 5 or 6 films, they'll come in cardboard. You order one, it'll come in a poly bag. Big Paulie will tell you that, and it gets on your tits. It can do, but you take the rough with the smooth. If it's damaged, send the fucker back. Make them pay for it. But there are some decent bargains in there at some point. I think they've lost their way slightly in the first half of this year. I think bargains are just like they're trying to blow smoke out their ass saying it's a bargain. Some of it isn't, but there are some gems. Worth a look? I would say yes. Description down below. And next is the other obvious one. We're looking at Zarate. Now Zarate are getting a bit of a rep. One for dented steelbooks. And when the box outside is not even slightly scratched, let alone dented, and the inside is dented, you know it was packed dented. I think the more people who get this kind of stuff need to give shit to the CEO. Send an email directly to the CEO. Fuck customer service. You bitch to the CEO. You say you're going to write to the Daily Mail, and then something gets done. That's how it's best to do it. The bargains that they have are worthy of shouting about. There's 2 for £16 on Sony. Oh no, 2 for £20 on Sony right now. I just picked up the new Charlie's Angels and Bloodshot for 20 quid. Not bad, is it? So there are some good things. The red carpet side of things as well. You may pay £10 a year, but that saves you all the postage costs, and you get your foot in the door before everyone else when it comes to pre-orders. That's why I can get most of what I like to get, and I get a lot of information that way as well. So I highly recommend Zarate on the exclusives point of view. Customer service, they need to buck their ideas up a bit, but fight for what you want. In the description down below. Next, the big obvious one, which we should reopen on the 15th, is CEX. Now, back in the day, which by that I mean roughly 2 to 3 years ago, when it was it 50p? The maximum postage cost for 10 films at a time was £2.50. I used to have a postie arrive with 2 big grey sacks full of films because I used to order that much. Where do you think half of this came from? And then they went to it's now £1.95 per fucking item. Fucking ridiculous. So use the website to your advantage. You can highlight every single store. You can bring up their live stock level every time. If you're going to go to a store, check what they got first, take a list with you. I do that. I walk in there and I say, well, you should have this, where is it? And half the time they find it, even if it ain't on shelf. And that way you also know, if it says £4 on it and you know it was £2 on the website, they haven't changed their price, and they won't be able to put the price up on you without you knowing. So another advantage there. CEX, description down below. Highly recommend. Average 7 to 8,000 items in stock at once. Definitely worth a look, especially if you're selling as well. Because anyone with steelbooks, go take a look. If you're trading in any steelbooks, they've hiked their prices that they're giving out. Still more on voucher, but not too bad on cash either. Next is one which a lot of people may be scared to go to, is cash converters. Let's face it, they're the tightest fuckers on the high street, but there's no doubting that they do have stock. They do have a lot of their Blu-rays on their systems. Now, their web system does not open for another 4.5 days as of me filming this, because they have to have people in the stores to live process. And by that I mean, if something sells in the store, within the same transaction as they're doing it, they will take it off the website, which is good of them, because you don't want to see it on the website, go to the store and it not be there. Price wise, they're getting better. When they have too many in, they clear out lots at 50p a time, so always look out for that. If you're walking past, always check. They won't advertise the fact, but many a time I've popped into my Shirley cash converters and picked up about 30 films at 50p a throw. The only thing that everybody and their mother will hate is the fact that their stickers are the biggest fuckers out there. Those fuckers don't come off for love nor money. Now, I would love to have people share in the comments down below, how do you get stickers off? Because it fucks me off. And I have to buy multiple blank Amaray cases half the time, because no matter what you do, cash converters are not going to change their sticker policy. They're a bunch of dicks when it comes to that. But again, stock wise, definitely worth taking a look. Price wise, not trading in, but buying, not too bad either. Trading in, they're tight fuckers. In the description down below. Next is the obvious mainstay of HMV. Now, right now, all the stores are closed. Hopefully they'll be opening soon. When you go into HMV, it will simply say on the website, we're closed. Go up to where it says film, go up to on the left hand side where it says entertainment, and it says online store. Click there, and then you have all the options in front of you, all the latest offers and reviews, everything in one place for you. And yes, they're not too bad when it comes to actually posting out. I will give them that. There are about 7 to 8 deals on right now, and they have a good amount of stock. They sell out on their specials quick, so if you see a special advertised, get your ass on there. Again, description down below. And my last of the mainstreams is Music Magpie. Now, one thing I'll say about Music Magpie, when you go onto there, go to shop, click, and you can go in, highlight Blu-ray, and if you went to highlight all previous pre-owned Blu-rays, it says there's about 7 to 8,000. This isn't 7 to 8,000 individual titles. That's their entire stock level. So if they got 30 copies of Kung Fu Panda, it's included in that figure. So don't be overwhelmed by what they actually have. Many a times I've gone through their entire stock level collection, checking prices. When I was in hospital, I did that, and the Rise of the Skywalker full box set came up at $24.99 just after it came out. Unfortunately, they did not honour the sale, which really got on my fucking nerves. They said, oh, it failed inspection. Bullshit, you just didn't want to sell it to me. But there you go, you live and learn. But for bumping up your collection, increasing your numbers, especially Disney and Marvel, definitely worth taking a look. In the description down below. And bear in mind, you can also trade into them, but you'll laugh your ass off with the figures they are offer you. Go to CEX, it would be better. Now, 2 honourable mentions, because we've gone through 10. One is the obvious one, Amazon. Now, all I'll say about Amazon is you need to dig. You go into it and you'll see some of the main offers, all the mainstream stuff, but get a little bit deeper. Look at steelbook offers, but then go to your lowest price first, and you'll find a lot of German stuff cheap. Lots of stuff you never see advertised on the main page. If you delve around on there, you will find a lot of gems. I mean, I currently own 6 Resident Evil steelbooks, different ones. There's 2 on there I haven't had yet, and I'm really tempted to get them. You get the idea. There's a lot of gems in there which mainstream buyers will not know of, and I highly recommend it. In the description down below, of course. And my last extra bonus one is JB HiFi. Now, this is a website which I was put in touch with by Kermit's Ghost. It is exactly that. It's an Australian company. Now, I've ordered multiple times from them now. The first film I bought from them was Night at the Roxbury, which has no release anywhere else. It's a JB exclusive. They have a specific section for their exclusives, so definitely go take a look at that. Description down below, of course. I've just ordered 2 films by Prince, which have never been released here, and even with postage, it cost me less than a tenner. Thing to remember right now, guys, is the Australian dollar is in the shitter, literally. So yeah, it charged me 17 Australian dollars. That works out about £9.2p. Yeah, for 2 films posted from halfway around the world. It's a no-brainer. They got plenty of stuff at $5, which works out about £3.4p. Yeah, get the idea. Highly recommend people take a look at this site. Thing to remember is import taxes. I would say buy a couple of films at a time, or personally, I want to get the 4K Star Wars, singular box. I don't want to get the whole box set. So I enter, that can wait. If you look to get, should we wait for that, shall we? I'll get that later. The thing about import taxes is if it's over about 20 English pounds, you could get stung, so be very careful. Buy things singular. You may think, yeah, but am I going to pay $5-6 postage? It does not work out at that in pounds and pence. You will get things cheaper that way. Right now you can buy Animal Crossing in Australia, the Switch game, for $69. That's 35 quid. It's 50 quid everywhere over here. And even with postage, that still makes it down. The only risk you're taking is import tax, which will be an extra 20%. So you've got to weigh it up because it is over the £20. There's lots of different options in there. I've got at least 2 parcels on the way from them right now. So average is 2 to 3 weeks for it to arrive. They say 6, average is 2 to 3. Highly recommend them. They do have some good gear in there, and they do lots of electronics, games, you name it. Go take a look. And that's my extra bonus one for today as well. Let me know in the descriptions down below if you've actually shopped at any of these places, or if there are any other places. I mean, I haven't included CD Wow. A lot of people do shop there, but I don't like some of their prices, so I just cut them out. Let's go on to competitions again. Just to remind you guys, we got Deadheads and Stand Up Guys for prize 1 this Friday, and we got Peaky Blinders Series 1 and Chris Ryan Strike Back, a couple of series for you as your second prize. Any new subscribers, go to Peter Blu-ray Bullet Brit Ainsley on Facebook, befriend me, I'll befriend you straight back, and then you can ask to enter my competitions via Messenger, and there is no other cost. It's that simple. I just want you to subscribe and be my friend. That's all I ask. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, guys. I hope I haven't bored you too much with this, and I hope you've discovered a couple of new places to shop. Let me know what bargains you get. I'm always interested. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you Friday for the draws. Take care.